Morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Awin, Pirzo. Pirzo is the best play right now. I took this on Friday, and I held it overnight or over the weekend. This one setting up, I know there is low volume on it, you can clearly see. This was just that 8 a.m. candle, so that's why you got the strange candle here. However, it has broken out this falling wedge. I did expect it to obviously push to the upside like this, but the fact that it hasn't dumped yet is still looking good. So we'll see what this one does, but I do like this setup. I'm just going to keep it here. The main thing I want to focus on is just that obviously it holds this $1 psychological level here. And then we can just simply mark the high, which is 167. So we just have that range at the moment. Whatever happens in between that, we will have a look for positions, but at the moment, this is what we have. Good morning, good morning. Pirzo, yeah, this is number one play. It's pretty straightforward. I gave it to you guys on Twitter as well. I mean, on the Discord as well. Both Twitter and Discord on this. I gave it to you guys very, very early on this. Gave it to you guys at 1:55 on Twitter. Same as in the Discord. So if you were up, you should, or if you were up at that time, congrats if you did grab it. You should be up at least 20-30% on that play. This is simply just moving because obviously the war, what's going on. This is an Israeli stock. We can obviously see now as well what's happening with oil. Usually when there is war going on, oil does tend to move up. So we can see here all the oil plays are up. And that you can just see that sector is moving as well. So just keep an eye on these plays. I like to keep them just all in the same. You can either put it on your watch list or just create a little group for it. For each sector, it just helps a lot to keep it organized. So if you do see things starting to move in a certain sector, then obviously you can grab those plays. But at the moment, I mean, it's a little up too much for me. We'll see how they do it open. Just remember that banks are closed today, bonds. So we will have to wait and see how the market does today. It will be different, obviously, with the price action at the moment. So it's consolidating. Let me see what this is, 135. Yeah, so right now this MTK, sorry, is... No, don't buy in, do now. Do not buy it now. Do not buy it now. Do not buy it now. It's already up. There's not enough volume for it right now. So we can see what's happening with this one. It's just kind of consolidating at the moment. We need it to break the high. Once it breaks the high, then we should be good. BXRX, this is a really good setup at the moment. Obviously, there's not much volume on it, but if we're looking at base just on technicals, we should expect this to break out simply because it's in a falling wedge, right? It's found an area of support here, 0.25, which is a big psychological level. We are starting to get a reversal on this doji candle, so we should expect this to reverse. So this looks like a possible breakout play and a runner. At the moment, it is up to only 2%, but the setup does look very good. Obviously, today the price action will be very different. As banks are closed, and obviously there's a war going on at the moment, so that is definitely going to affect the market as well. Most plays I'll be running is probably the oil plays and then just drone plays in general as well. So just be cautious today, that's all. MTech, yeah, so this one's just consolidating. All I'm looking for on MTech is simply a break of high, 145. Breaks 145, I'll look for possible entries. I'm not entering at all in the zone right now. It's a gambling zone. If you're trying to enter now, you're just gambling. TTO. TTO looks good. It's up 11%. It's broken out this falling wedge, which I gave it to you guys as a start on Monday last week. I know someone did message me, I'm not sure who it was, but they made pretty good money on this setup. They bought it on Monday when I posted it, and obviously it did break out, which was great. You have 0.31 and then 0.35, so the chart hasn't changed much at all, but this is your levels here. If you go onto my Twitter, you'll be able to see it. HUBC 5 been have a really hard time charting when the most recent candles are above the rest of the day. So, a really hard time charting when the recent candles are above the rest of the day. All you need to do is just mark the high. Look, there's the high, 0.31. If it breaks that high, right, what you expect is continuation. Break the high, retest, push to the upside. I wouldn't be trying to enter now at all. It is under $1, so I wouldn't be touching this, but if you're trying to look for an entry, you're trying to watch it break the high. You can see there's a double top, right? That means that you expect there's a pullback, so look what happened, right? It's a bearish chart pattern. So you expect it to do this with the price action, which has done exactly what you expect. Up, down, and then now down again. No reason to be entering this trade at all. If you're trying to enter now, it's a complete gamble. Wait for the break of high. If it breaks the high, great. You could start to hopefully look for an entry on it. But for me personally, I don't trade these sub $1 stocks. I know it is up 23%. So I'll just put this on Twitter for you just to see it if you want. If you don't really know where to look for entries, if it's no clear direction like now, just wait for the break of high, that's all. And then also look at a larger time frame and see where the key levels are as well. So wait for break above 0.31. So look, we look on the 5 minute, right? 23% up. I'm assuming this hasn't ran in a while. So we can clearly see that because if we're looking on the 4 hour, right? Look at it. Look at the trend on this. Very, 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 very bearish, right? Right, so that's why these sub $1 stocks are usually in a massive downtrend because they're just pump or dumps, whatever the news is and that thing. So we can see that, yes, it's broken out of a falling wedge, which is great to see, right? However, now you have this resistance here. Your next kind of resistance level is this here. Whatever that is, 0.35, and then you have it all the way up to here, 0.42. So these are your levels on this. So it looks good. ICU. So a lot of you guys like these sub $1 stocks, I noticed. I don't trade any of these, by the way. I don't trade any sub $1 stocks. I do not touch them at all. This looks pretty good actually. Falling wedge on this. I have 0.605 as your kind of entry level. Support level right now is 0.5. It's a huge psychological level. Breaks below that, then you have 0.425 on this. So yes, it is a bullish setup at the moment, but the fact that it's losing this 0.5 isn't a good sign. So just keep an eye on it though if you are in this. 0.075. Alright, so there's your levels on ICU. So this is a bullish chart pattern. So this is what you expect it to break above. Like I said, this needs to hold 0.5. It's a huge level, huge psychological level. So ICU. This is the 4 hour chart. So we have a bullish setup simply because we have a falling wedge. So this needs to obviously hold 0.5 psych level on this, on ICU. AVTX, I posted this one already on my Twitter. You can have a look. Just go onto my Twitter, guys. Most of the charts there that I've posted are already there. This one, this is an ascending triangle, so you expect this to break above. Simply just playing the trend. What does that mean? That just means that you expect this to happen to push to the upside. That's all. So this is also bullish, right? It looks pretty good. Entered Vino 160 has been stuck between 150 160 ever since. Vino. Yeah, it's pushing up now. Pushing 160. I've been stuck between 150, 160. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have been out there already. I just have a 3% stop loss. So if I get stopped out, I'm out. I'll look for another setup, right? You don't want to be holding these plays overnight and all those kind of things, personally. So yeah, 167 is your break you need for this Vino. But if we're looking at right now on the short term time frame on a 5 minute, it is trying to get some volume to push to the upside on this. No problem, Michael. MSS. This was a bit of a pump and dump. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I personally avoid this play. I didn't touch this. I know some people in the Discord were trading this, but it wasn't my kind of trade. Very, very volatile and difficult. But yes, it has a falling wedge. It does look good. Your stop loss should be no more than, I would say, 7% on this one, simply because it's very, very volatile. That's all. So, I mean, you can have your stop loss. I wouldn't have it anything below probably 640 level. 116. Which one was it again? On Vino. Yeah, I mean, I expected it. I mean, since you're at the entry right now, so we'll see if it does break. Hopefully it does. I mean, that's what we expect, right, with this. Just the volume's not there at the moment. It is up 12%, which is a good sign, though. How come you don't trade sub $1? I just think, for me, the reason is that they're sub $1 for a reason. Most of the time, these sub $1 stocks, like you saw with Envos, all of these companies, whatever they are, right? It's very, very risky to get in these trades. They all have these FDA trials. Everyone's waiting and hoping that they pass the trials, or whatever news is coming their way. They just kind of hodl and get in these plays and hope that they run. Most of the time, these plays do run, but a lot of times people already know before the move even happens, the news comes out, people have already sold, taken profits. It's a very rare occasion where these plays do continue running and break at least $1. So just not for me personally, I don't know, just pump and dump. It's not really my kind of trades at all. So find much more profitable trades with other setups. I just play on technicals rather than just purely momentum. So it's more of a psychological thing. So I just kind of avoid it personally. AXL still ALXO. ALXO. Yeah, I mean, look here, guys. This broke out of it. I gave it to you guys here early. I gave this to you guys here. It was channel down pattern, which you expect to break above, which it has. Right, you have 8:30. This is kind of the high of Friday. So look here, 9:50. You need continuation to break above this level right now. That's it, right? And then you have all the way up to $11. But at the moment, yes, it looks bullish. Obviously, we have this run up on Friday, but it still looks good. Where do you see ARDX in 1 or 2 weeks? I don't know what's going to happen in 1 or 2 weeks, to be honest. People always ask me, what price do you expect the stock to go at? Get that asked almost every single day. Guys, no one can tell you what price a stock is going to go at. If they do know, let me know. I will join their Discord and give them a lot of money so I know when to sell. All I simply do, guys, just to reiterate this so you guys understand with trading, right? All I do is I simply look at the key resistance levels. That's all. If I enter the trade now, I expect the stock to get to this level and either reject or break. So I would take profits here. Here's your next resistance level, and here's your next resistance level. I don't know if it's going to get to these levels. I simply play, if this breaks above this trend line, then maybe I'll look for an entry on this, but I don't know what's going to happen in 1 or 2 weeks. I don't know anything about the stock. I don't know what news is coming. If I'm basing it purely on technicals, looking on a larger time frame, for instance, a daily, we can clearly see that now it is in a bearish trend, right? So it's in a downtrend. So we expect this to keep rejecting it how it has been, right? Unless this breaks above the trend and changes the trend completely, right? If this goes from bearish to bullish, then I will look for entries. I'm not going to be playing a stock that's in a downtrend because I'm just going to be hoping and praying that eventually the stock will reverse, and I don't know when that will happen. So I don't know what's going to happen to the stock. If you're looking at it right now, what's going to happen? You expect it to come down to this 345 level. If it breaks above this $4, I expect it to go to 435. That's my analysis on that. FBYD. What is this, an IPO or something? There's not enough price action for me to be trading this, but there's not enough going on right now with it. So I'll give you the levels, which is just simply this. No problem, Green Mountain. Like, I'm just being realistic with you, right? I know you might be in some other pages or Discords or something where they're very bullish on the play and they're probably emotionally attached to it or whatever, but I don't get emotionally attached to any stock that I trade. I simply day trade them or scalp them. It works best for me. If you're gonna get involved emotionally with a stock, it will never really work out for you, in my opinion. So just look on the short-term basis on the trades. Don't look for 100%. Look for, I would be realistic, say, I don't know, 5 to 10%. Nothing really on this FBYD. I mean, you can say there's a falling wedge here on the 30-minute, so you expect that to break above. However, there's not really enough price action for me to be getting in this at the moment, unfortunately. HUBC 0.31 break. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so you got that breakout now, which is good. Yeah, it looks good. You need this to hold as support, so I would wait for a green candle close on the 5-minute. If that holds, you can maybe look for an entry, but I personally don't trade pre-market, or I wouldn't trade this pre-market. So yeah. HEBC, let me see what this one's doing. Vino's just still chilling. Not too much going on with Vino at the moment. Nice to see you guys in the Discord making money on that Pyrrhizo play. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I gave it to you guys also on Twitter at 155. It's currently up at 215. I held it over the weekend. I'm up over 100% on it, which is good. MTech, just keep an eye on this one. So you guys can see here, right, clearly what's happened. So look, this is what I always see. If I see a stock trading in a range, consolidating, right, I don't know what's going to happen within this range. That's why I never enter stock within this range. I don't care if it's bullish, right, if it's come from an uptrend to do this. But in my opinion, I always wait for confirmation. Since 135 is the breakout zone, I will still wait for 145 simply because there's this range here that is so close to this 145 level that I might as well just wait for this to break. If this breaks, it gives me more confirmation. If you try and enter the break here, 135, it's a higher risk entry, right? That's all. So you can see now it's clearly breaking down. Where do we expect it to pull back? Probably around this 105 level, but I would just keep this on watch, that's all. Vino's moving up. Vino's looking good. Vino looks great on that. Any other charts you guys want me to post? Any other tickers or anything? Feel free to post some. This GNS, man. This thing just cannot hold $1 to save its life. Really thought Friday was going to keep going, but unfortunately it was just weak. Oh yeah, also if you guys can do me a favor, I know there's 16 of you guys in here. If you can like up the stream, I'd really appreciate it. And then also subscribe if you haven't. Would really appreciate it. MTech, what's happening with this? Nothing. Yeah, so if we're looking at it now on the 5-minute, right, we can see this. So it's just in a downtrend, right? That's all. So for this one, like I said, risky entries, watch for a break above 135. Safe entries are above 145 on that. That's all. I really do like Vino. The reason is because we're looking on the 15-minute here, right? I think 30 minutes even better. Yeah, so we can see that obviously on the 5-minute here, what's happening is that it did break out of this falling wedge, which is all good and well, but there's not enough volume for it to break above, right? So yes, we can start to see that it is slowly pushing to an upside, which is obviously what we want to see. It needs to get some volume to get pushing to the upside on this. AMC. I got so many lows on this thing. AMC is just a very weird chart. It's never really got any momentum, to be honest with you, which is kind of annoying for those who are trading this, but this is your level here. Obviously you have the high, which is say 945. You needed to break 945 on that to obviously continue to the upside. 855 is your support here. And then your next level is all the way down here, 750. So these are your levels here on this. Not that clear of a direction at the moment. Obviously it is, I guess you could say it's bullish because it's broken out of this consolidation zone. But at the moment, yeah, it's, I don't really know. It doesn't really get momentum too much at the moment, but hopefully it does run if you are in it. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, so if you are in it, I mean, these are your levels here. So this is your, the reason why this is 855 is simply because here you can see there's a lot of rejection at this point, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's all this level here is resistance. Now it's probably going to become support. So rejects, comes down here, right? But if it breaks above, we expect it to push all the way up to 1075 on this. Hopefully get some momentum and push us to the upside. There goes Pirzo. Pirzo is the #1 play. This is the only trade that people should be in my opinion. So we have 235, then 265, 292. Those are the next levels. Well, we have 235 first, and then let me change this to blue. So these blue is just the kind of the, I guess these are targets if you want to, but don't expect the prices to go there. These are just the next key levels to go to. MTech, Vino's moving up. I would certainly grab some if you want to. It is getting volume. I expect this to run soon. So this looks very good. Let's see what this can do. So slowly starting to push to the upside. Let's see if we can break 167. Yep, 235 is coming soon. So yeah, Vino, I'll just put this one on Twitter so you guys can have a look at it. So Vino, this is obviously getting some volume. So it's slowly creeping up here, which is good to see. 120 is what we want, that'll be nice. What is this? Yeah, 235 zero resistance level on this one, so we need that to break above. That would be ideal. Break above that, then we have 265, then we have 292. How's the 90 MA looking? So you can see here, right, it's just been respecting 90 MA on the 5 minute all day, all this morning. So where would you look for an entry? Simply look for a pullback to the 90 MA and then continuation to the upside, right? You can see that's been the theme or the pattern, the trend here throughout this morning. So that's where your entries would be. If it pulls back to 90 MA, that's kind of how you can play that one if you wanted to. VWAP is still here as well, so we can also see what's happening with VWAP. Every time it's come to VWAP, we've seen it bounce off it. So if it does come to VWAP, you expect it to pull back to VWAP and push to the upside on that. So it's just simply just looking at the trend and playing it, that's all. Nothing crazy on that. MTech is trying to reverse here. 135, like I mentioned with this, is simply a risky entry, but 145 is ideally what you want. I saw A win this. I know this is sub $1 as well. I saw this did run, but yeah, 0.21 is your level to break on this. So you can just put this level here as your support, just simply 0.17. Have that as your support level, and then yeah, just at the moment it's just obviously hit that high, and then now it's, you can see that's the downtrend that it's in, right? So wouldn't be entering this trade right now. Yes, it has bounced off this level and is trying to push to the upside. Safe entries are above the high of day, that's all. What's happening with GRTS? GRTS, I traded this. This was my only trade on Friday. Did very, very well on it. I was happy with this trade setup. This chart looks great. It's a very nice chart. Look at this daily. The daily is insane on it. So we have the next level here is literally this 325 or 315. So GRTS daily. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So 4 days in a row is green, 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour, right? That is very, very bullish. So what does that mean? That you expect it, right? Just simply draw the trend line, guys. It's easy to do. Anyone who's starting out can simply do this, right? Look at the chart and simply draw the trend line. This will help you understand and identify easier what is going on. And then all you need to do is, okay, where's been a resistance level? Here's a resistance level. Here's a resistance level. Where's a support level? Here, right? So that means that if price breaks below here, this is your level. If it breaks below here, there's your level. If it breaks below there and there, right? So very, very, very easy to do support and resistance on that. I teach that a lot in the Discord as well. So if you want to join and learn how to become very good at technicals, you can join the Discord as well. Pirzo looks fantastic. Here's a link as well if you want to join the Discord. We don't have any more free trials, unfortunately. They are finished for the month. Probably for the year, to be honest with you. Is anyone in this Pirzo? Let me know if you guys are in it. MTech, yeah, 135 would be risky, and then 145 is your other entry on that. HEBC is running very, very well. Who asked me for that? Someone did. Mikhail, are you in this? HEBC. Very nice on this one. If you did get in that one, well done. Great job, great job. So this was on the 5 minute. So yeah, you can clearly see here on the 5 minute, right? Look what happened. Broke above and now it's pushing to the upside, which looks good on this. So yeah, 0.3510 is your next level, and then where's the other one here? I had it. 0.392. So here's your level on these. These are levels. So you got the breakout there, which is good. And now continuation to the upside on this. Great job on that one. It's got to be quick with these sub $1 plays. They break out very quickly. You got to play the momentum on them. No, but don't trade. I don't know. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's smart. I mean, for me, it's just like a psychological thing. I just feel like they're priced for a reason. They always get pumped and dumped. There's too much going on with those kind of plays, and I don't know. It's difficult to trade technicals on it unless they have a steady trade on it. You've been in Pirzo since 130. Lovely. I've been in my averages. I'll tell you now what my average is. On Pirzo, I got in at. I'm up 112%. I got in 102. Up 113%. Oh, Vino, no, that's annoying. Waiting for 120 on this Vino. Needs to get this green candle. AMC, it's looking okay. I mean, you have a falling wedge here if you want to be technical with it. Not too much going on with it though. Here's your falling wedge on it. RVLP. I have it's an ascending triangle on this. I posted it. So look, this is just 0.15. Look, so this is, you expect this to break above. If you go on my Twitter, you'll be able to see it. So this was at 0.15, right? If you know what ascending triangle is, then it'll be clear and easy for you to see and understand why this should break above. So there's your chart on this. This is what I post on Twitter. So you expect it to break above. For me, it's commissions. Mentally, I know I need to aim for a bigger move. Yeah, I know. And you got to get in quick with these sub $1 plays as well. It's very difficult. Pirzo. So let's probably pull back to this 90 MA right now. It's coming down to it. So let's see what it does here. Is this 235 a big level? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's been a previous resistance level. So it came here, rejected big time. Try to come again, what is it, 2, and then rejected all the way down here. So this is kind of a big level here, actually. So remember what I said, what's happening with the trend on this? Simply pull back to here and then expect this to push up. I wouldn't enter any sub $1 plays. HUBC is way too high from where I would have entered. Like I mentioned with this one, right? You just needed to break this 0.31, which it did 15 or 10 minutes ago. So that would have been your entry around here. The fact that it's already up like, I don't know, 7-8% from there, I wouldn't be entering because it feels like I'm chasing. So yeah, I just wouldn't enter. You need to retest here hopefully and then push the upside. If you want to enter, I guess you're more than welcome to, but just always keep a stop loss. But it's too high for me. It's too high from initially where you would want to enter. As soon as it breaks a key level like this, right? That's where you want to look for entries. You don't want to be entering now after it's moved 7-8%. Nothing else really moving, to be honest, guys. That's at least over $1. Let me see these oil plays quickly. Oh wait, I need to head into Discord. I'll go to my watch list quickly and then I've got to head into Discord. So Pyrzo, #1 play, simply because it's up 85%, right? Obviously this is up due to the war. Oil plays are going up as well for the same reason. It is up 80% yesterday or Friday, 85% today. We expect continuation on this play. If it pulls back, probably around this 170 level, this is a strong area of support. How do we know that? Because we've had resistance here and here and here. Then it became support twice. Now we expect to push up. We do expect it to pull back to around this level and hopefully continue, but this is probably the strongest setup. MTech, it's not looking, it's all right. It's just consolidating with this one. You need it. I said 145, 135 is a much more riskier entry because it hasn't broken obviously the high of day. Vino, I still like this play. I'm waiting for it to at least get some momentum to the upside and get some green candles. The volume isn't quite there at the moment. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. There's not really anything at the moment. BXRX, yeah, if I was trading sub $1, I would enter this BXRX. I would always just keep maximum 5% stop loss on this trade. Today, banks are closed. The price action will be a lot different today, so I don't know what will happen. But on an unusual setup, if this was over $1, I would definitely be taking it. But if we're playing it based on technicals, yes, I do expect this to break out in a falling wedge. So trade this as you wish. Always just keep a maximum, I would say 5% stop loss. Yeah, just be careful with it, that's all. So that's about it, guys. If you do have any questions on about any charting or anything about the Discord, feel free to message me. We do have spaces in the Discord. We've started up seminars again, so if you want to start learning how to trade like myself and Hassi, and how to basically draw my charts and become a consistent trader, feel free to join. We do give daily alerts Monday to Friday. Live trading is Wednesday to Friday as well, so feel free to join. I will send the link in again, and then I will catch you guys in the Discord, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining, guys.